Alright, so like I said, 2 videos today, which is why the same clothes. Speaking of, this right here, New Day Rocks, right? The Elimination Chamber was earlier this week. It was yesterday. Well, for me it was yesterday because it was Monday morning. For you guys it would have been Sunday evening. Man, Kofi Kingston, what long overdue for winning the big one, if you will. I made a minor rant about that on my personal Instagram thing, but man, him and Daniel Bryan, like, you give them the right platform, that could be a match of any year. I'm just gonna say that right now. Sucks how it ended, though. Definitely sucks how it ended. All right, so this is the box, Nike box, as you can see. So there, right? So going by the box, you probably have an idea of what type of shoe is in here, maybe not necessarily what model. So let's get into this. Okay, here we go. This right here. Now, this is an Air Max Plus, right? The Air Max Plus Deluxe. It released on sneakers not all that long ago. I think it was maybe last week. Well, wait, no, probably like a week and a half ago, because I ordered them as soon as they came out, and if they're just not getting here, it's been at least like 7 to 10 days. So this, now I'm not very familiar with the Air Max Deluxe. I've seen a handful. I've never owned a pair, so I can't really speak on them for comfort or fit or anything. But this particular release of the Air Max Plus is designed after the Air Max Deluxe. Apparently, like I don't know if it was the original color or just one of the original colors, but they came out in a photo blue colorway, and that is pretty much put onto this. So that's where this comes from. So to me, I don't know, I look at it and it just kind of makes me think of like cheap tablecloths. Like I might see it like a picnic type of thing or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just like the crisscross thing going on there. But whatever. All in all, some minor glue stains here on the tongue there. So this shoe, like, now I'm not like a huge fan of it, but you know, it kind of looked. I like that it looked a little different. Kind of stands out just a bit. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this now. If this had been like a normal release, like it just popped up on like the Nike side rather than the sneaker side, I probably would have waited to see if it went on sale. But I didn't know if this was going to like move quickly. It didn't. It's still in stock right now. I'm pretty sure. But I wanted it, and I didn't want to not have the chance to get it. So let's see. I think it was 170 minus like 10%, which is close to 20, so somewhere around 150 is what I paid for these. And also, given that it's February, the end of February at this point, because it's after the halfway point, it's coming up on Air Max month, and I like to have a handful of Air Maxes to switch it up through the month. Last year, I was able to wear a different pair every day, which says a lot because I don't wear the same pair of shoes twice in a single day. So I don't know how many that meant I had to go through, but if you go back through my Snups account, I'm pretty I documented the whole thing on there. So I was thinking if there's a way to make a video over that, but probably not. Anyway, so looking at this, right? I will try this on in a moment, but I do go true to size on my Air Max Pluses. I have a handful in different styles. When I say different styles, I mean different, feels and different textures or uppers, whatever. But the 9 seems to work out pretty well. So these, I do like the lacing system on here. I don't know what it is about that. It's not as cool as like the 97s, but I do really like that on there, and the striping. So the upper does feel a little stiffer than it does on like my my Vapor frequency packs, and my Vapor Max Pluses. But I'm not gonna hold any. I'm going to hold off on my judgment until I put it on, but just rubbing my fingers across it, I prefer the other feel more so than this. Down here, one of the things that I do like is it's almost like an iridescent sort of look down here on this on this mid area. Not the orange part. That's just orange, but this whatever that part is, it kind of has a nice little look when the light hits it in different angles. And then moving around here, just like the typical, front bumper style thing here going on with the clearish blue plastic. Not quite the same shade as the rest of the blues on here, but I'm sure that's by design and not just because they couldn't do it. Looking over at the bottom, nothing too fancy, but I do like this over here for some reason. Sometimes I just like random things about shoes, right? But also looking on the inside, this looks like it's going to be not necessarily geared towards like the running, but just like a shoe to wear, just to have on your foot. But let's get this tried on and see what it's all about. But yeah, the reason I never bought any Air Max Deluxes was largely because there was something about them, and I'd have to look at a picture, but there's something about them that I didn't like the way they felt. It was one of those things where I looked at the pictures and I wasn't sure what it would be like in person, and then I ran across a pair and I rub your hands on it, check it out and everything, pick it up, look at it. I was like, I don't know about that. It's probably fine. I mean, most Air Maxes are. I haven't had a pair yet that I did not like. But sometimes you just kind of hold off because it's just not for you. On the other side of that, from what I've learned and what many of you have maybe learned as well, is that the right colorway is what does it for a shoe, right? I've seen things that I did not like, but then it comes along in the right color and it's like, okay, this is actually worth getting. I mean, that's largely how I feel about what was it? Like nines. Nines I mostly don't care for, but every so often a good color comes along. Fit wise, perfect. These, they don't seem to, maybe it's just because of the way it is, the fabric or whatever, because it does feel a little stiffer. But this one, it feels like it's going to take a little more breaking in to be as comfortable as some of my other pluses. But again, I think that just comes down to the materials used. Overall, though, just looking at this, I mean, on the inside, well, okay, it's not on that side. On the inside here, you can see there's like in the air bubble, you got a little bit of red, a little bit of orange. That's a nice little detail thrown down in there. And the colors, the blue and all that, with the black, like, I think it came out really good. So I'm looking forward to these. I like them more now that I see them in person and everything. I was a little unsure online, but I don't know, I'm partial to the pluses. Partial to the Air Maxes in general, honestly. So yeah, so this is this is okay. This is okay. I can't recommend it right now only because they're not that cheap and they are sitting, which when you combine those things, that generally relates to a sale later. And with everything that's going to be coming up for spring, I'm sure that's going to push out all the stuff that came out through the winter. So they've got to be coming up, Nike's got to be coming up on doing some sort of like spring cleaning sale of some sort. I mean, maybe like what, mid-March or so? Also by that point, everybody will have recovered from however much they spent on, was it All-Star Weekend releases? Me? Didn't spend a whole lot on account of getting shut out on mostly everything. Anyways, one more unboxing, little bonus box here, as I did with the last one. Because it happened to come in today as well, I'm just going to open this up, see what's in here, because I'm a wrestling fan. People, you guys know that, right? Just want to see what all's in here. Let's see. Best of the Indies. Again, this is courtesy of Pro Wrestling Crate. I try not to look at the spoiler card, but I'll let you guys look at it. Alright, so, this shirt right here, I saw this on Being the Elite the other day, and I was like, man, I kind of want that shirt. If you're not familiar with SCU, get familiar with SCU. Fun fact, Christopher Daniels is the first independent wrestler that I ever saw wrestle and actually remembered the name of. And that was way back in my... no, I talked about that. Never mind. It was on a past video. Those guys, they're pretty alright. Okay, and then the bad boy, Joey Janela. Yeah, if you're the kind of person that likes to support people when they're, down and out in one way or another, buy some of his stuff off of ProWrestlingTees.com because he is injured right now. And they get a lot of the money out of the shirts, more so than you would think, from what I understand. And then, what is this? Ray Phoenix. Not familiar with him, but little micro brawler there. And a Switchblade Jay White pin here, because he's fantastic. It's also the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. And what's this, this All About Me? I think it's from, what's her name, Tenille? Yeah, she used to be Emma back in the WWE, which is crazy how she beat Asuka, or she beat somebody to be ready for Asuka, and then was fired. I don't get it. And then a hat, because who doesn't like hats? I actually almost bought one of these, so now that it's here, I'm glad I didn't, because save some money. And then a Best Friends DVD, right? So, as you're probably seeing, you get a lot of stuff in these boxes. They're only $25 a month or something like that, but it's full of stuff. And this here, let's see what this is going to be. Oh, okay, I have no idea who she is. I recognize her though. Where I put that card. That girl right there, that would be Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't think of her name. Yeah, she's actually very good at what she does too. I don't know, it's kind of hit and miss with women wrestlers. I'm not gonna pull a Disco Inferno or anything. You probably don't get the reference, but he got into some weird internet territory the other day complaining about women wrestling. I got nothing against it, but I will acknowledge that some just aren't that good. It happens. It happens with the guys too. But they get over, or they're given TV time based on various reasons. Anyways, so that's it for me. Again, this is the shoe right here. This here, the Air Max Plus Deluxe. It's still on Nike.com. Go check it out. I really like it, but I'm telling you, at $170, it's worth waiting for, unless you happen to just be a fan of this shoe, it really speaks to you. Or if you're a big Air Max Deluxe guy or girl, go ahead and pick these up, because it's pretty much like that colorway, the original, or one of the originals, on a more modern shoe. I don't know what was released first or when or anything like that, but that's some research I can do on another time. So, there you have it. Right here, shoe. Have a nice day. Yeah, this thing's nice. I do like it.